The Super Mario Brothers movie is out in the movie theaters, and I guess it's breaking all kinds of records. I didn't really care to see it.
Benjamin saw it.
I thought that was a joke that they were making that movie.
Are you going to talk about the? I love those sound effects.
Me too.
Are you going to talk about the character that they X'd out of it?
I didn't hear about that.
Because of the unfortunate name?
What are you talking about?
Well, there's this character called Blackie, and they changed his name.
What did they change it to?
It was like one of the bullets.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, it was always there.
There was a bullet named Blackie?
Yeah, because they had different, I believe it was the bullet. It was like a bullet.
And they
said every character has a name.
Apparently, it was an unfortunate name, they said. So they.
How's unfortunate?
Super Mario character's name changed for a racist slur in games movie.
How?
The movie has now generated over $900 million globally at the box office.
I'm going this weekend to see it.
So we have a Nintendo here in the studio. I'm a big love getting the old toys and playing the stuff from my childhood. And I'd have to say my favorite Nintendo games of all time are like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out is right up there.
That's fun.
Yes, sir.
Super Tecmo Bowl. We used to always play Super Tecmo Bowl.
I had the hand game.
And then also Contra. I loved Contra.
That was one of mine too.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, select, start.
Yep.
And that was the code, and you could get all
30 guys.
Yeah, and that
which
was
enough. Hard enough.
You needed them.
You needed them.
Hell
guys.
yeah, you needed them.
Probably weren't going to get to the
Hell
end.
yeah, you needed that.
Suck.
I mean, what? You tripping?
Get the fuck out of here.
You lying?
Without them 30 guys,
you
weren't
no
getting
way.
out of that.
He
You
know
might
he
get to the
lying.
second or third board.
Every time.
Everybody, let everybody know. There it is. Everybody know Contra. You gotta have all those.
No, you don't.
What's your favorite video game, Ramo, of all time? Did they have video games when you were growing up?
Not when I was a baby.
They had
but
rocks.
When I got older, they had them. And I would have to say my favorite game was, you know, the wooden paddle with the rubber ball on it? Jackass.
Pong.
You talking about a bolo
Cupping
bat?
the ball. Yeah, it was
You had a little. You like the little bolo bats?
Fucking assholes.
My sisters had those.
I would say the one that I probably played most frequently because I was never really into video games was
Masturbation.
Pitfall. Oh, that's not a video game. The
Pitfall.
joystick's a lot bigger.
Oh hell yeah! I remember Pitfall.
Pitfall. Yeah, baby.
That was so dope.
Love that game.
Yeah,
that was like the
that
first
was a
game
lot
I
of fun.
really fell in love
Hell
with.
yeah!
What about you, Memphis? All-time favorite video game, and what console was it on?
It was definitely Super Nintendo. Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden was my shit.
Ninja Gaiden. No.
Hell yeah! That right here. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Shit.
man.
I remember this.
I mean,
You mean the
love
generic
that game.
Contra?
Well, it's not because you
Nah,
use
it's
the
not.
sword.
Yeah,
You don't
and he's
shoot
a
shit.
ninja.
Like
And
I
then
said,
you shoot
generic
shit,
Contra.
sometimes you shoot
Anyway.
it, and then you can jump on the walls, which was new.
We used to,
That shit was dope.
We used to skip school to go play this video in the arcade.
You obviously
Oh,
didn't have marijuana when
That's
you were
a great
growing
one.
up.
We did not
No,
have
we did.
marijuana.
Contra was another one.
We did.
And
we
what was
totally had
my other one?
That guy was
I forget,
hard
I
right
forget
there.
my
He
other
just
one.
beat.
I forget the other one I had.
Now, what about you, Tomcat? I know you still, at the age of 45, play a lot of video games.
I do. I play a couple out, like an hour, maybe two a day.
A day? Every day?
Call of Duty. Yep, I do.
Get a job.
I do have a job. I'm busy, but I always play like at the end of the night before I go to bed. I jam out. I love
That's
it.
fun.
That's
Hey
fun
man,
as
you
shit.
have to whatever
The games
is
now,
your piece.
I always loved playing. I've played since our Atari 2600. I had an Atari. I had all the little games. I had those games.
Sure.
And then when Nintendo came out, my favorite Nintendo was probably Double Dragon 2. We were
Yes,
talking about
that's
that.
a
I
fun
forgot
one.
about
I like
Double
that.
Dragon.
That's a great one.
Double Dragon.
But
Yes.
then I've played them all. Then when they came out with TurboGrafx 16, I played that in the best Twisted Metal series with all the little cars.
Yeah.
That was the shit. And then now, Call of Duty.
Mortal
But
Kombat.
My
there's
favorite
so many good games.
my favorite new game is definitely hands down without a doubt GarageBand.
Oh, that's fun.
Band.
Yes.
Dude, I love playing that. That is
These
so
new
much
games
fun.
where they incorporate playing the with the guitar
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Guitar
like
Hero.
Guitar
all
Hero.
those.
Hero.
Those
Yeah.
are great.
Yeah.
and DJ Hero and shit.
All
Like
those.
But
I
a
would-
lot of these new games look like damn real life shit,
They
man.
do.
That shit looks like
So
hella
are we
real.
talking about that? The real life? What was it called?
It's called UnRecord. Is a new
What?
video game that was brought to our attention by J&J.
J.
Jacob and Jordan in the truck who run the cameras. They're from the next generation.
So this the game right here.
It's called UnRecord, a new video game where players
Yeah, that looks
play
pretty
from the
fucking real.
perspective
Dog, that look hella real, dude.
of
Yeah.
a body cam.
Especially the
They
ground
told me
right
they
there.
weren't recording.
And it says
is,
that developers
there
are
goes
always
Ramo.
trying to push
I don't run.
Push the hardware and push the software, especially in terms of delivering a game that is realistic.
It looks real.
This game, UnRecord, if you're watching the video version of the podcast, you can see it looks pretty real.
Yeah, that looks really real. I don't like this shit, dog, because somebody who play this shit and just think and they warp mind and this is real life and come outside and do this shit.
Well, the game we're watching, they're actually holding a pistol, and it's like what's the game you play, TK? Black Ops? Call of Duty?
Yeah, it looks a lot like it. It's definitely more realistic looking. It moves quite a bit similar, but definitely, if I'm thinking about the game I play and I'm looking at this is definitely way more realistic looking.
What's disturbing is when your character, I guess, or your person that you're playing as on the video game shoots someone else, it looks like you're really shooting and killing someone. Yeah.
Well,
it's real lifelike.
That's the idea.
in the other games they do look a lot more like little dudes, and then the way they die, you don't really, you could. But this definitely with the guy with his face blurred and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what concerns me because. I mean, this is
let's
very,
see what happens
like,
here. He killed
real.
him. Let's see what
They
happens
just
here.
killed somebody, like 2 people.
Well, he was kind of just sprawled out. That's the way they do that on my game, too. And sometimes on Call of Duty, like if you hit somebody with a big machine gun or something, their head will be gone. Bloop.
I like it.
And it'll show them there with no head or chopped all up or blown up. So it's pretty but you can turn that shit off. In the beginning, when you start it, you can click no gore. And then you just play the game, but with no gore.
Yeah, but see,
they don't show it. That's so fucking fun. I got that shit on.
What I'm saying, like motherfuckers like this, somebody
say,
play this.
What am I going to worry about?
They'll
Dying?
think it's like
we know that's going to happen.
Yeah, they'll think this is real life and come outside and be like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm doing this shit. I'm in a video game," and they'll play insane or some mental health shit.
I think
we're on
the express train to the future, though, Memphis. I don't think we
the
can
future
get off
with no
this,
motherfuckers because fucking AI gonna take over everything because all the humans gonna be gone.
I think it all boils down to like upbringing and shit like that. Like it can't be like the kids or the person's only source of interaction with
society.
Who's talking about the
kids?
Well, he's talking about somebody shooting up society or school. That usually happens with the teenage person. I think
are these shooting games causing
the video
people
games.
to shoot up schools? I don't know. I mean,
I don't say that they're causing it, but they're definitely.
But I think you can argue as much that the fucking internet is too.
Huh?
The internet.
Yeah, and it's not just the school shootings; these mass shootings.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like it's all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And I mean, I ain't joking. It's like for real. Like that looked very fucking real. And I ain't no punk bitch, but it's like, okay, you got to draw the fucking line and be like,
that's a song.